Okay, you guys, team call today. I don't know what day, like the third week in January. Really happy to see each one of your faces on here today. And so these team calls, like we said a couple weeks ago, we're amping up the value. So I hope you find it valuable. And I've broken it down again into two different groups, mindset and business. So we're going to head into the mindset portion first. So working on our mindset, personal growth is kind of like a non-negotiable with social marketing because there's a lot of arrows and darts, fiery darts that get thrown our way. Really, that's true for anything, not just social marketing, anything that you're trying to grow in. There is hard stuff that comes our way. And so we have to do our best to prepare our minds to deal with that. So I have, you guys, full disclosure, I am not awesome with analogies and I'm really going to try tonight. So stick with me. But I want to talk to you guys about a desert. And when you think of a desert, you might think dry, obviously, leaves you wanting. There's much to be desired. You feel discouraged, not knowing if you're ever going to reach what you need to give you what you need, right? Like, are you picturing like the man in the desert and like it's not fun? It's not like pretty Arizona. It's not a fun place to be. Okay. There are times in our business where we're in a desert. We're just in a desert. It feels like, anybody hear me? Anybody want to join me? I'm showing up every day. I'm doing all the things and people aren't being attracted to me like I feel like they should be. If you're not there now, if you've never been there, you will be there. So I want to talk about it. Most people, when they're in the desert, they quit. They speak death and hopelessness over themselves, over their business. They can't see far enough ahead that river that's flowing right up there if they just keep going, and they give up. They don't do the hard thing of putting one foot in front of the other. They just say, no, I'm gonna let it die right here, right now. I've seen it so many times in the last 5 years, so many times. And I can't tell you that I haven't been there. But like, I've been in the desert wondering, am I doing the right things? Because it sure feels like I'm doing everything wrong. Well, a wise use of our time in the desert, see, we can use it for our advantage. We don't have to let discouragement seep in during these times. We can get excited that we know that a river is coming. So, a wise use of our time in the desert is to train, learn, grow, plan, speak hope and belief over ourselves, because we know that the river is coming if we keep putting one step in front of the other. So during a desert time, during a dry time, we plan for what it's going to be like at the river. What do I need to put in place now so that I'm successful when the feast is coming? When there's tons of people joining me? When people are saying, I want the business, what do I do with them? We have to put things into place now and use our downtime now to set ourselves ahead and up for success when that time comes. Okay. So on Instagram the other day, there was a psychologist, and she was saying that, she has had countless therapy sessions with people and she's learned a lot. And it used to be that they thought that that people needed to be motivated to get into action. So they were always like trying to like motivate these people in therapy, like, whatever their methods were of like, you can do it, you have to want it bad enough to beat that thing, and trying to like up the motivation and cheerlead them on. And it failed. More times than not, it failed, she was saying. And she said that later on, she found out that motivation doesn't come first. Action comes first. So we have to get ourselves in action, doing those things that we need to do, and let motivation follow. Like a CEO mindset says, I'm going to work today because this is my responsibility and I'm taking ownership over my business, and motivation doesn't have much say here. That will follow in due time. And when I look around and I see Rachel, for example, who works out CrossFit, religiously. Rachel, I would imagine there's some days that you don't want to work out, but you're committed to it. You're taking ownership over, fitness. And so that just stuck with me, because I'm like, how many things do I want to do, business, not business, that I'm not motivated to do, but I can take action steps. I can get closer to it every day. It's just about discipline. It's about what I'm telling myself. So that to me is super empowering, because we have the power to get closer to our dreams. It's completely up to us. So land by the river. So once we're out of that desert and now we're by the river and things are bebopping, people are joining us, people are saying yes, and we have all this fun and exciting stuff to do. The river, things are moving in a direction, right? Like it's fun by the river. That's where I want to be all the time, right? Like it's fun by the river and it's contagious by the river. And you're ready for life there, because when you were in the desert, you had all the time to think and prepare and train and grow for this time. You were wise then, and you're reaping the benefits of it down by the river. Are you picking up what I'm putting down here? I was actually telling Lucas this earlier about a friend. She's somebody who I really admire, because in the season that she's in now, she's always, whatever season she's in now, she looks forward to the next season and plans for that season. So when her kids were little, she was planning for when they were teenagers. You see what I'm saying? Like there's just wisdom in looking out ahead and planning and just saying, where do I want to be? How do I get there? Knowing that our days are in the Lord's hands, knowing that He directs our steps, but knowing that we also have dreams and goals and are people that can achieve, So let's be those people that no matter what season we're in now, we're looking and planning and training for that season where we have what we're hoping for, when we are down by the river, okay? Taking ownership of our business, no matter the season, stewarding our business well. And if you have one person on your team, you're a leader that serves. We are servants. And so much of that planning time is for your team, so that you can help them achieve all of their goals. So all that to say, that's the mindset portion that I have for you guys. All that to say is, let's be wise with our time, no matter the season, and always be hopeful and joyful and looking for the next thing. Okay, so I want to get to the business aspect of this. Kind of goes hand in hand with the mindset topic a little bit, but goal setting. Okay, we have kind of been in this mode of attraction marketing, like let's switch things, let's, figure out, wrap our minds around social media. And I'm going to get to that in a second. That's good. That's so good. But also goal setting is still a thing. Like knowing where your points are going to end this month, and then thinking about where you want to end next month. So what would be your goal for the next month? And it can be, a point total in your virtual office. It could be a rank. It can be the amount of recruitments that you want on your team, maybe a paycheck amount. Maybe it's something super simple but scary. Like I want to do an Instagram live, or I want to host my own event, or whatever it is. We need to have a goal, because I'm going to read you this quote: a goal without a plan is just a wish. We're not here for wishing. Nobody's here just to play around. We don't want to waste our time. So whatever that goal is, get it out in front of you. Make it pretty on a chalkboard or on a piece of paper. Put it out in front of you. Meditate on it. Pray over it. Take action steps toward it. And get there. Okay? You can get there. For sure you can. So I remember when I went silver and Casey was like, what do you want for your gift? Like, I want to do like, something special. And she was like, I have a friend that does watercoloring and I want to get you something. What would you want on it? Like, is there a quote that sticks out to you? And I remember the quote that I got. It is, the distance between dreams and reality is called action. That was super inspiring to me as somebody that had 3 people on her team. And it's still inspiring to me as an Emerald, because that feels like something I can do. Action is something you can do. You have your dreams, you have where you are. That middle ground is all up to you. Not upline, not downline, not sidelines, you and your action steps. I love that we can take ownership over it. So, messy action. This business, messy action until we get it all down, which will we ever? Like, will we ever? We're all people that are just like creating and doing and trusting the process. But I just have to say that I'm just so stinking proud of this team. You guys blow me away every day with how you show up, how you hold yourself accountable, how you let yourself dream and get into messy action. Like, you're doing it and you're showing up. And thank you for being on this call tonight. You guys, like, bless my socks off, for real. You do. I love seeing your faces every single night. And you guys, I get more out of you than you get out of me. I promise you that's true. So let me stop the recording here.